No, he already pewed you out.
I know. I just wanted to.
You are breaking the rules.
I know I am. That song's been stuck in my head all week, guys. What song is it? It's Panini. The song that we may have correctly predicted would be a fucking bomb-ass song when it came out officially, and it is, and it's like number 1 on the iTunes charts right now, so I don't want to brag and say I called it.
Yeah, but you're being a real Panini by breaking the rules and pewing out.
You're right, that was a real Panini move on my part, and to Robert, I would like to apologize. I hope that we can move past this as friends, and I hope we can still continue a positive working environment without all the hostility that I feel like I just unleashed.
Well, you know what you need? Just drink yourself another bombie.
I will. So I guess I can't tell you. I'll tell you all in just a little bit. But how have you guys been?
I've been good. I mean, kind of. I've been okay.
You've been better.
And worse.
And okay.
Worse than
at the same time. So we don't know. He's been all of the emotions Pat has had.
It's been a fucking roller coaster.
It's been a real roller coaster of a week for Pat. We've had this is our second podcast of the week. If you already listened to the Raheel Ramzanali bonus Monday episode, thank you. Appreciate you. If you're listening to this one, you didn't listen to the Raheel one, what are you doing? Go back and listen to that one after you finish this bad boy. Well, I'm doing 5 podcasts this week, but I'm not bragging. I love it.
Just
having
content
fun doing
God.
it. Just content king. It's content season, and we all know that.
Ooh.
We all know that it is content season. So why don't we get into where you've been? I feel like we just are about to get into where we've been teasing where you've been since we started the show, which is like 4 minutes in. So we should probably just hop right into where you've been and tell you guys where you've been in the last week or so. And since I recorded the Raheel podcast like last week, then none of that really applies to this. So here we go.
Where you been? 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 Where you gone? Where you gone? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been?
I'll start off first. So I did put out the podcast with Raheel Ramzanali, ESPN Houston. That was tight, and I appreciate all the kind words and everybody that's listened to it and has given us feedback. I haven't gotten negative feedback yet, which I appreciate you not giving us the negative feedback. I guess if you hated it. We didn't like that one conspiracy theory episode where I was like, this was the worst podcast I'd ever listened to. It was like, all right, well,
I mean, granted, it was.
At least you're honest. Oh, we weren't arguing with him. You know, I was like, I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but at least he was just being honest. So I've been pretty busy. I want to say, like I did Saturday. We had the Rod Ryan Show meat raffle I was telling you guys about. Shout out to the Gravy Gang though. They were representing pretty well. Our girl Danielle Weston, she won some meat. She came up to the stage to pick up the meat that she won, and she's rocking a PTG logo shirt right there. And then Rod Ryan was just like, oh, she's got to pass the Gravy
All-star
shirt on. So shout out Danielle Weston. Todd Voss was out there. Why is the carpet wet, Todd? Why is the carpet wet? I don't know. He still won't tell me. Daniel Tom Chesson from Weekly D was out there. Chris Pacey and Judy Jones from the Bayou Ironworks were out there. Your boy Bryce Williams was out there. He's trying to convince me to go play hockey. I haven't played hockey in like 5 years.
Well, you got to give up like every Saturday night.
I think I'm going to go play hockey with him eventually.
You can at least
not regularly, probably.
Yeah, you can be the like fill-in goalie,
right? And that's what I was telling him. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm probably not gonna be like a main."
He's been doing it for a couple of years now. He loves it.
No, I know it's awesome, and like I miss playing hockey. Just I'm gonna be trash. And I kept telling him, I was like, I haven't played in 5 years, so I hope you don't expect me to come out there and just fucking stand on my head or be good.
You better be Julie the Cat Gaffney.
Julie the Cat. I'm more of a Goldberg in this situation, like Goldberg D3 Goldberg, where he wasn't
enough.
Right, but like picture a skinny Goldberg. That guy would have been way worse. Goldberg wasn't really that good.
Like
of a
Goldberg
goalie.
now.
Yeah, like methed up Goldberg, but like not on meth. Because I feel like if he's methed up enough, at least he's just like wacky.
Quick twitch,
he's got the quick twitch muscles right there. So shout out to all you guys that came out to the Rod Ryan Show meat raffle, specifically the Gravy Gang. If I didn't mention you and you're out there, I apologize. Just give me a shout. Give me a shout, and I'll shout you guys out next week because it really meant a lot that you guys came out there, and especially like Danielle repping the PTG shirt and stuff like that. Chris Pacey from Bayou Ironworks won like one of our premium rounds, so he got some whiskey and stuff with that. So good on him. the Hammers kept winning again. That's what we do. We win. We're winners. I'm also juicing, and we're doing
you look
it,
pretty swole right now.
We're doing it for the. I'm not like steroids.
Oh,
juicing. Like I'm literally drinking juices that are like pressed fruits and vegetables. I'm on day 3 of a juice cleanse now. Alex, you're drinking a beer on the podcast. Well, yeah, I am, because it's a strawberry bombshell blonde, and obviously I would assume
that's basically juice.
The strawberry squished makes strawberry juice, correct?
Yeah, when I drink these each week, it's 100% of my fruits for the week.
Right. So this is pretty much just I'm just continuing.
Which I wish I was joking about when I said that.
But he's not. He's not. But I'm pretty much just juicing. It's just a beer juice, if you think about it. Although it doesn't taste like juice, it tastes like beer, but it's got strawberries in it, so we're gonna count it.
It smells
We're gonna count it. I gotta tell you though, day 3 of juicing, my brain feels dumb. You need that protein. You need some carbs and stuff, and I'm like cutting my carb intake in half by just doing the juices, and it's giving you all the essential nutrients you need, it says, but I just feel slow, and I felt like I was kind of like lackadaisical a little bit. I was a little zoned out.
You still drinking coffee?
No.
Do you drink coffee at all?
I've like this last year, I've kind of I'm not big into coffee, but I'll do like espresso shots just to like pump myself full of caffeine. Just sometimes I gotta have a little pick me up. I gotta stay up. And especially when I don't get a lot of sleep and stuff. So probably in the near future, I will be doing a lot of coffee shots and everything like that. But juicing it's for charity, for the Rod Ryan Show Backpacks program. If you want to go and check out the RodRyanShowCares.com, all of the proceeds go to help provide kids with backpacks who otherwise would not be able to start the school year with it, which is a great cause. So it's worth juicing, and just like only drinking beer and juices, I guess. Although I haven't drank beer until the podcast today.
So what did the official backpack drive start already?
It's it's not like we buy the backpacks, so we just use the money to get the backpacks, and then in August we're gonna hand them out right before school.
So that's
starts.
what I'm saying. Is it already the part where you can donate, or is that on the pass?
Yeah. You go to therodryanshowcares.com. You can buy T-shirts, you can buy water bottles, you can buy all kinds of awesome stuff, and you can also just go donate $25 and donate a backpack to a kid if you don't want to get any other stuff.
Yeah.
But it's all for a great cause. So shout out to Houston Children's Charity, the Rod Ryan Show, and I guess Squeeze Online. If you want to hop on this juice cleanse. I didn't really need to reset myself. I mean, I eat like shit a lot of times anyways, but I'm ready for it to be over, honestly. It's
how many more?
I got one more day. Tomorrow's my last day. So Thursday, it's a 4-day juice cleanse.
Oh, okay.
4-day juice cleanse.
Good.
And they give you 5 juices a day, and then you get cashew milk for each day that you can drink if you need one more, if you need a little bit more
protein.
sustenance. And I was walking the dog the other night, and my stomach was just growling, and I had finished all 5 of my juices for the day. I was like, I'm just gonna chug this milk. I'm just gonna chug this.
There's no way I can do it,
milk.
because when I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat.
It teaches you. It helps you with self-control though, which is good.
I'm not big on self-control. I'm big on doing whatever the fuck I want.
I can tell that. That's very apparent with you. Also, I have been watching a lot of baseball. Well, no, just you don't seem like somebody that exercises self-control very well.
I don't.
So that's pretty much where I've been.
Yeah.
What about you, buddy?
I didn't really do much, but I was supposed to go to Shinedown, didn't make that. So I also didn't make the meat raffle on Saturday, but I'll get into that later. But just watch some baseball. I watched. You ever seen Tusk? That movie with Justin Long, and it's a Kevin Smith movie.
I've heard about it.
I finally watched it. It's a good movie. It's weird.
Super
weird, but it's a good movie. And then I watched, because it was on Netflix. I watched it, and then
explain the premise of it to those that do not know about it. Because I know Robert hasn't seen it.
So Justin Long is a podcaster, and he hosts a podcast with his buddy Haley Joel Osment called the Not-See Party. Not Nazi. It's called Not.
Notsee.
Because what he does is Justin Long goes out and interviews people, and Haley Joel Osment doesn't ever leave where they live. Mm-hmm. So Justin will go do it, and then he brings back and describes it to him because he did not see it.
I like that.
So that's where it starts, and he goes up to Canada to interview this kid. It was basically the Star Wars kid, the meme. Yeah. But they do the Kill Bill. But when he gets up there, the kid had killed himself. So he just finds this flyer instead of this interesting sounding guy. He goes to meet him. Dude ends up to be crazy and I'm not going to give away what happens because it's just nuts, but it's worth a watch. So I watched that, and then I watched the sequel because it's supposed to be part of a trilogy called the True North trilogy, all taking part in Canada, that Kevin Smith was making. The sequel was the Yoga Hosers. It's fucking awful. It's so bad.
Oh, really?
Like, it's got a couple, like characters from the first one that were just bit players are, like, the main characters in this one. It's kind of like how he does with the Jay and Silent Bob movies, how, like, everybody's in that same universe. It's kind of what he's doing here. But, like, it's not really good, but, like, it's funny, but not. Like, it's the worst movie Kevin Smith's ever made, hands down. Like,
Okay.
It's bad. But, like, I guess it's kind of worth a watch. Like, the next one is going to be called Moose Jaws, is the final of the trilogy, which he has described as basically Jaws, but with a moose. That's all the information that we have so far in the movie.
I mean, that's all I need.
I'm pretty fucking
I'm
pumped
sold
for that
on
one.
it just by that.
So, yeah, I mean, I watched those. I played some video games, but, I mean, overall, I really didn't do a lot this weekend. I had planned it, but I couldn't. I'll get to that. Not cool. But
later in the pod.
Yeah, I caught a lot of shit from the group chat because, you know, they all think I'm a flake.
I mean, to be fair, you are a lot of times.
But, like, I don't flake. I tell them straight up I'm just not going to do things.
Okay, yeah, that's true. A flake is last minute. You just, like, everybody's there.
No, I'm not going to say I haven't ever
I'm
flaked
not
because I fucking have. But
so what he's saying is he's pretty much a flake.
Kind of, yeah. I'm kind of a fucking
this specific time he was not a flake, but
Yeah.
usually Pat's a flake.
Yeah, so I just hung out, drank a bunch of whiskey, tried not to hurt myself.
There you go. That's always a good thing to do. Try not to get hurt.
Yeah.
I do that every day.
Yeah.
Every day. It's a struggle.
Yeah. And before I forget, last Wednesday after we recorded, that night I also watched the season 2 premiere of Yellowstone. If you're not watching that fucking show, you're an idiot. Like,
Okay.
You're a dumb person. Watch it. It's the best show going on TV right now. I will
Besides
say
Big Brother.
No, it's better.
It's not better.
Big Brother. It's a different kind of TV though. Big Brother is, you know, it's Big Brother. It's reality.
America's TV.
This is scripted. It's Kevin Costner. He's fucking amazing. Cole Hauser's in it, which you may not know him, but like if you saw him, you'd be like, yeah, I know him. He's been Goodwill Hunting and all these other fucking things. He's the redheaded friend.
Okay.
And he's a fucking badass. And like, dude, it's an amazing show. The writing.
I've been meaning to watch it.
It's
I just
visually
haven't
stunning,
gotten to it yet.
And it's like it's on Paramount. It airs at 7:00, but there's full cussing and there's nudity. Don't know how they get away with it.
Nudity, I'm in.
Yeah,
you just sold
like
me
you
on that.
definitely see nipples.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So, but just watch it. It's phenomenal. And the last Wednesday was the first season of episode 2, and it's just setting it up to where like, all right, shit's going down this season.
Nice.
It's gonna be fucking great.
Nice. So that's where you've been.
That's where I've been.
Let's go to Comeback Kid. You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
I like that it's Comeback Kid, but have you noticed that I don't think we've ever had just one.
Well, I mean, at least on the copy here, you write "Comeback Kid"
parentheses S. Yeah, but I guess they don't really see that.
But each one of these is a comeback
It
kid.
is. They are Comeback Kids together. So here we go. This is Comeback Kid.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
Ba-doom, ba-doom, boom. I guess this is a sort of like a sad note for a Comeback Kid, but just a Comeback Kid in general. The Office. It is apparently leaving Netflix in 2021, and it's only going to be available on NBC's streaming service. I feel like everybody's freaking out about this. Like, oh, I'm done with Netflix, which is very possible. I think a lot of people are going to be done with Netflix. But one, if you have kids, you're not done with Netflix because kids watch Netflix all the fucking time. Two, most of you probably are using your parents or like splitting it with a friend, so it's like $3 a month for you anyways, and it doesn't really matter. And then three, Emma and I were talking about this last night where I was like, I'm probably just going to get the NBC streaming thing because I would assume if they're going to pull The Office, they're going to probably pull Parks and Rec from Netflix as well, and then they'll probably pull 30 Rock from Hulu. Yeah. And those are like my 3 favorite NBC shows ever. So I'm going to probably just do that. And then Emma was like, well, how much is the box set? So I looked online, and it was like $50 on Amazon. You get the box set. But I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to be moving DVD discs back and forth. I'm just going to buy it on iTunes, load it to my library, and it'll be fine. And then I'll just watch it from there. Yeah. And that's what I would do instead of doing all that. But I'm probably still going to end up getting NBC, like their streaming service. And I'll still keep Netflix. Governors are back. Shout out to all the governors. And I'm not talking like state governors.
I hate it so goddamn
I'm talking
much.
about NBA governors because I can't say the term owner, but I just did.
Yeah.
But apparently they are now going to not call NBA owners owners because that's racist.
Except
because they make it seem like then you own the place. Although I don't think anybody
in the world,
ever in the entire history
world
of the NBA has thought this owner literally and physically owns me like a slave owned, or like a slave was owned. You know, like they it's like you saying they're not whipping you. Yeah. It's not slave labor. You're making millions of dollars, man. The guy owns the fucking team.
Yeah, he owns the team.
He bought a team
that you paid for, that you signed a contract and are being compensated to be a part of at a higher compensation rate than basically any other profession in the world.
But what if I outright govern my car then? Is that what I could say? I'm a car governor.
Here's the thing, though.
Shout out to all you home governors out there.
And I'm not sure, we're probably going to need confirmation from Brandon Whitehead on this. Don't cars have governors? Wait. Like, isn't there like a thing in the car called the governor?
What?
I think there is a piece of a car that's like a governor. Maybe it's only in race cars or something like that, but I'm pretty sure there is.
Hold on.
But that's what kills me. And like, this is just the dumbest thing of all time.
The governor is an electronic device placed on older vehicles by the car manufacturer. It places a limit on the car's engine so that it can only reach a specific speed, usually under 100 miles an hour. Though manufacturers switch to another system, there are still vehicles on the road with a governor inside the engine.
So I'm
fucking
partially right.
Patty Dion. He knows what he's talking about.
Things.
Hey,
I know things.
Hey, look at us. Hey, you thought we didn't know anything, huh? One of us knows something.
I like how you just looked into one of the corners that doesn't have.
Yeah, I don't know. I was looking at OJ. I think. Sometimes it's my safe space.
The juice.
I was just like, hey, bro.
Yeah, it's the dumbest fucking thing ever.
I understand.
I saw a tweet the other day that it's like, it doesn't really equate the same way, but it was like Draymond Green, who was one of the biggest people to push to change the name to governor, in his Twitter profile says he's the owner of a company. And I was like, it's not really the same thing, but like, it's funny.
What, so you own every employee then? Is that what you're saying?
Whoa.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like, it's the dumbest shit ever. Like, nobody thinks you own the players.
Like, and they make a bunch of fucking money, man. They make more money than a lot of the coaches
I don't have
and
freedom
shit
to just move to whatever team I want to. Yeah, that's called signing a fucking contract. You want to move wherever you want, sign one of your contracts every year.
Man, they're making rules. Like, I have to have a dress code and shit I've got to abide by. It's like, that's what we call work,
Which, by the way, they got rid of the dress code. That's why fucking Russell Westbrook is able to look like a moron every night.
I think it's funny. I enjoy that part of it, I think.
Like, I would love to just punch Russell Westbrook and Cam Newton in the face simply because of the way that they dress. Because you look like a fucking idiot. Like, there's no, like, it's back to the, I thought a lot of the 2000s, how people just normally dressed. I was like, okay, we've gotten past the point where people are going to look back like into the 80s and into the 90s at the shit we were wearing and like, God damn, like 20 years later, you look back, you're like, I looked like a fucking idiot. And then in the 2010s, it came right fucking back of just, we're going to wear outlandish shit that in 15 years, you're going to look back and be like, I look like an idiot.
I saw a picture of me. I had gone to College Station in college, I guess, one weekend. And it was a picture of me with some people. We were hanging out. And I had, like, I think 3 necklaces on.
Oh, you were definitely a puka shell guy.
I didn't have puka shells on, though. But it was just like a black necklace. And then I had, like, one of those rope ones. And I want to say I had, like, maybe 2 of the rope ones.
I was never a necklace guy.
I was like, what the fuck were you doing, man? Like, 1 necklace isn't really that cool on me anyways. Why would I think 3 is?
See, now I got to take it back, too, because I'm starting to think of something.
Everybody had a necklace phase, like, in junior high, I feel like.
No, like, every so often, I would wear a...
so I did do the puka shells when that was cool.
Like a chain that my grandmother gave me for confirmation.
Uh-huh.
Like, but it's not like I wore that every day. It was just every so often I throw it on. But remember multiple pop collars?
I never did that.
Or just like, I didn't, but I know people, or just people that would like layer shirts that had like.
So you could stack them.
And I'm doing what I hate doing whenever we do this. No one knows what you're talking about. Austin Costley.
Bro, he listens to the podcast.
I know. Shout out Austin. I love you. But like, I'm specifically thinking of this because you said College Station. I'm specifically thinking of one weekend when we were partying there. And there's a picture of me and him. And he's got like shirt with collar, another collared shirt popped underneath that, and then like a hoodie popped.
I think you should.
That was like, so I take back about the 2000s not having shitty trends. Every era has it, but like they were toned down from the 80s and 90s of what the fuck people wore then.
I think that you get a pass on anything you wore while you were in any sort of school. I'll give you a pass on that because
puberty,
like you're growing
you
up.
get a fucking pass.
You don't know it yet. But then there's like
when you're in your 20s, you don't get a pass
like
on
the
what you're
tap
wearing.
out and then like the
God.
bedazzled jeans guys. What was it? Affliction? Was it the Affliction jeans or like the Ed Hardy shit? Like that was like, hey man, you're a 47-year-old man rocking Ed Hardy. What's up, dude? What's going on?
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, no, like any sort, and I'll count. I know puberty's over by the time you're 18, but like you said, in school, it doesn't count. You're trying.
You're dumb. You're trying to. You don't know what's going on. You don't figure shit out. You're an idiot.
You're just
an
trying
idiot
to do
until
whatever
you're
you think might
And then you're
make
still an
somebody
idiot.
touch your penis.
You're
and
still an idiot after you're
dumb.
done, but then you're just more accountable.
But like once you're in your 20s, and especially your 30s,
I like 22, 23. You gotta like then I can start giving you shit later on for what you were.
yeah.
Because it was like, hey man, you were in the real world then.
Which is how all these professional, or how old all these guys are. You're old enough to know better, and you're still purposely dressing like that,
Although
wearing
sometimes
glasses
that
with
shit's
no
cool.
lenses in them.
Sometimes that shit looks cool.
Oh, it's fashion. You're an idiot.
Hey man, fashion's a thing, dude. We don't understand it. And then I've got one last comeback kid, and it's Keanu Reeves. And there's not anything specific. I just feel like he has been all over the internet now.
Yeah.
He's like the new Chuck Norris, where just Keanu Reeves can't do any wrong. I mean, he's a great guy. He's super
awesome.
charitable. He donates a lot of money. He doesn't want like the publicity for it, but like now people are kind of talking about, hey, donated a lot of money a long time ago, and like now we're gonna tell you about it. He just seems like a good guy. John Wick is making him obviously come back into the mainstream. Like he's in a bunch of movies and stuff. I think Bill and Ted's gonna make another one.
I can't wait for Bill and Ted 3, man.
But just Keanu Reeves, I guess, is back. Just he's everywhere. Everybody's got memes with Keanu Reeves, like, oh, what I think I look like, what I really look like, and you look like Keanu Reeves, but then you look like a weird dude that's not Keanu Reeves.
The one where his picture's squished down and
so he's
his
short.
arms around. He's
Yeah.
like, when I'm 5 years old, my mom says I can't have candy, and you just stand there like
Yeah.
bowed up.
But Keanu Reeves is definitely back. I feel like everybody's talking about him.
If you don't like Keanu Reeves, there's something wrong with
It's
you.
hard to not like him. So
He's
yeah.
awesome.
He seems like a really good
He's
guy.
Johnny Utah.
Yeah, Johnny Utah from Point Break.
Yeah.
Point Break. Yeah. So yeah, Keanu Reeves is a comeback
Love
kid
him.
for this week, and that'll wrap up that segment. Pat, will you read this because I've been
will.
juicing, so I have to pee every 5 minutes. So I'll be right
Steroids,
back.
man, they're taking a toll on you. NAPA Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Conroe and Montgomery have been helping customers with their automotive needs for over 37 years. They're a locally owned and family-operated company. If it has a motor, the gang at NAPA can get you the parts you need and get it fixed for you. They even sell Little M air fresheners. For all your automotive needs, go and see them at 201 South Fraser Street in Conroe or 22150 Eva Street in Montgomery. That's 201 South Fraser Street in Conroe or 22150 Eva Street in Montgomery. That's EVA Street. They'll also give you a free battery or alternator test and $5 off any purchase of $25 or more when you mention Pass the Gravy. So go and see our friends at NAPA Auto Parts at 201 South Fraser Street in Conroe or 22150 Eva Street in Montgomery and get your NAPA know-how. NAPA know-how! Also go and like Napa Auto Parts on... Sorry, I just myself doing this had and doing the Napa know-how made me laugh. Like them on now. Damn it, I can't.
Nap.
Like them at Napa Auto Parts and Machine Shop on Facebook. Give them a 5-star review on Facebook and mention you heard them on Pass the Gravy.
Yeah.
I fucked myself. It's so stupid. I love it though.
I do too. I thought you did a swell job there, Pat. A real
Super duper gang.
Real swell
Neato.
job. Let's get into the WWJD segment for the podcast. Now, this all started not too long ago when my buddy Darren Hemel was talking to me about, I can't remember what we were talking about, and it was just like, hey, what would Jesus do in that? What would Jesus do in this situation? And it was like we were being sarcastic, and he was like, fuck, dude, you should make that a segment on your podcast. I thought it may or may not go over well, so I was just like, I'll try it. We'll see how it goes. And if we can keep getting people to, like, submit questions for it or scenarios for it, then we'll see how long it can go. So this is going to be the 6th consecutive week that we have done the WWJD segment. You just send us any scenario that like Jesus could possibly find himself in modern day society. Give us the scenario and be like, WWJD if this happened. Use the hashtag PTGWWJD. Tweet us at Pass the Gravy Pod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat Dan. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. We have 2 WWJDs this week, and this week it is brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Napa know-how. I can't do it as well as you.
NAPA know-how.
Napa know-how.
Nappy, nappy, nappy.
Nappy, nappy, nappy know-how.
That's what Chubbs would say. Nappy, 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 nappy.
This is the WWJD segment. There we go. All right, our first WWJD this week comes from Glamour Perry at Glam4Life on Twitter, and that's life with a Y, Glam4Life on the Twitter. And Glamour says, "What would Jesus do at a Trump rally?" Ooh.
Well, fuck, that's good.
I know, I'm a little stumped on this one. Because I didn't know if this was going to go fast, which is why I threw a second one in.
That's, god damn, I don't know. And
I think that Jesus is going to make sure that it doesn't get out of hand. Because whether or not it's people that are for or against Trump, there are times at these rallies where things tend to get a little
we're gonna assume
out of
there's
hand.
protesters.
Okay.
You know what Jesus would do? He'd bring everyone together.
Exactly.
And he would have everyone focus on the common goals that we all want.
Which is himself. Jesus.
Just focus on me, people.
Our Savior.
There might be a lot of people on both sides that don't believe in Jesus.
That's true.
But he would be a unifying force. That's what he would do.
I think he would be, and he would just be like, guys, why don't we just hear everybody out?
Also, he'd probably whisper in Trump's ear and be like, hey, like, maybe don't say purposely dick shit this time. Because, like, I mean, Trump is just a master troll, but he'd be like, hey, you know, I'm Jesus. I'm here with you. I'm co-sponsoring this event. Don't be a dick on purpose this time.
Although, if Jesus was at a Trump rally, what he might do is leave. Because can you imagine the cockiness that Trump's going to get if Jesus showed up to a rally? Everybody
Jesus
loves
Christ
my rally.
Is here, my best friend. We're friends for years. He loves me, and Jesus is like, well, like,
the Son of our Lord and Savior showed up to my rally. Where is he? Is he at Bernie's rally? I don't see him at Bernie's rally. I don't see him at Elizabeth Warren's rally.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't see him at Biden's rally, huh?
He'd be whispering in
Get
Trump's
outta here.
ear, like, hey, don't fucking say any of that shit, man. We're focusing on unity today. Stop it. Just don't fucking brag about me and lie.
But I still don't think that would help Trump. I don't know.
That's what he'd do. He would use his Jesus powers to speak through Trump and use it to unite.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Trump would be then people would believe him.
I'm sorry. I know I'm a dick most of the time.
Then.
I'm sorry. I mean, Bernie's not a bad man. We disagree politically, but he's a good man.
Okay.
Joe's not actually creepy and touching people. He's just kind of a weird touchy.
Look, we're all
guy.
creepy. We're all touching people. Whatever. It's fine. Even the playing field.
One love. Oh my God, I'd love to hear Trump say one love someday.
One love. He just quotes Bob Marley.
My official campaign song is Bob Marley.
But he would call him something like, he would mispronounce it. It's Bobbert Marley. We love him. He's one of my favorites. My favorite reggae.
We do have one Jesus here that I'm a fan of.
I won't be sending him to any camps, I'll tell you that much.
That's what would... The second that Trump said some shit, that would be the second that Jesus goes, God damn it. Like, he would actually drop
He would say, Dad damn it.
Dad damn it.
Dad damn it.
He would try. That's what he would do. He would try, but we all know, whether you like him or dislike Trump, you know you can't really wrangle that guy in.
He's like, yeah, you can't break him. That's how it, like, that's
exactly what he is. He's one of the wild horses in Red Dead that you just can't seem to break.
You can't. You rope him a million times. This is a very specific reference that only a few people are getting right now.
He's a wild colt.
Yeah, when you try and wrangle that horse, and he wants to have no part of that.
Just living young and wild and free.
It would be really bad for Trump's ego, I feel like, because it would go right to his head. But yeah, I think Jesus would find a way to unite everybody. He would end. There wouldn't be violence, and this would go the other way on any other rally or whatever it was.
That's what it is. He'd bring like one item of a food that everyone loves, and he'd multiply.
No, it's fish.
So
You feed 5,000. That's always our go-to. You feed 5,000.
Well, no, but it doesn't have to be fish. Not everyone likes fish.
And bread. Well, some people do.
He could bring like one Starburst and multiply it, and everybody could have.
I never thought about that. Like, what would Jesus do if, like, does fish have gluten in it?
Only if you use flour when you're pan-searing it.
I don't know. I was about to say, because if fish had gluten in it, what about the people that are...
No.
What about the people that are vegan, huh? How did Jesus feed the vegans? I guess they could eat the bread.
I'm sure there was a garnish on the one plate where the fish was, and he just multiplied the garnish, and they ate that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Jesus is pretty cool dude, if I say so myself.
Real chill guy.
All right, we got. So I guess he would unite everybody.
He would. He'd still find a way.
But Glamour, that was a really fucking good. That was a really good question. That's probably the best WWJ. That was a real big, like, real stumper.
Well, I saw it earlier this week, and I was like, God damn it.
I don't know. I didn't know how I was gonna go with it. But Matthew Jaramillo at TX Jalapeno 85 on Twitter gives us our next one, and he says, "What would Jesus do to get Whataburger owners back in Texas?"
I actually have a theory on this. What he would do...
He'd probably just say, hey, don't worry about it.
He'd work behind the scenes, and what he would do is he would have...
Like behind the counter at Whataburger?
Everyone who's in local government in Detroit, he would find a way to get them hired in local government in Chicago, and they would run the city such into the fucking ground that the group that owns them in Chicago now would move back to Texas for better tax incentives. So then it would be a Texas company again. It's exactly what would happen. He wouldn't want to hurt the people, but he would just be like, well, here's a gentle nudge. Or he would just remind them that, like, hey, if you just moved your company to Texas now, you're going to make a lot more money because you're not paying shitty taxes that you pay in this state.
What if Jesus just bought Whataburger?
He's a poor man. He can't afford it.
That's true.
He would just generally encourage them and remind them that Texas is a much more business-friendly state.
Yeah.
That's what he would do.
So. He could just open a Jesus burger.
He would just convince the company to move back to Texas.
What if he opened a Jesus burger?
He wouldn't, because he would eat Whataburger.
But it's just like a knockoff Whataburger is what it is.
Jesus wouldn't knock off Whataburger.
I don't know.
If Jesus walked into a Whataburger, somebody in there would be like, that's Jesus, I got his meal. He's poor,
That's
but I
true.
can afford
Yeah,
it.
Jesus isn't paying for meals.
Jesus would never pay for a honey butter chicken biscuit.
Jesus is like the local like high school celebrity that made the like shot to win a championship or whatever in 1979, and like he's not paid for a coffee in this restaurant ever since.
Damn
like that's
straight.
what Jesus is. So he's like, dude, that guy saved all of our souls. Fuck yeah! Like dude, JC, I got you, bro. I got you.
Especially on Sundays when people go to church and they go to Whataburger.
Yeah. Yeah, but JC's really craving some Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. He just can't go.
Yeah.
Because we all crave Chick-fil-A on Sundays. I even thought about it on Sunday. I was like, man, it'd be awesome to go to Chick-fil-A. Ah, fuck, it's that
The
day.
problem with Chick-fil-A is you're like, damn, I want it, but like, I don't want to spend $25, but I'm not going to be full if I don't spend $25.
Exactly.
Those sandwiches are delicious, but they're not super filling. They almost get
They'll get you by. They'll get you by.
They will.
So I think Jesus would. He would just
get him to move back to Texas.
He would just convince him. Jesus is very persuasive.
Yeah.
He's very persuasive.
Or he would team with J.J. Watt and raise money, like Hurricane Harvey style, and we'd buy it back.
Yeah, I guess he would.
He would just get the company to move to Texas.
He would just talk him into it, man. He would have a meeting with him, and like, you're like, Jesus Christ wants to meet with me? Yeah, I guess we're going to move back, dude. I'm sorry. Like, that's...
Jesus Christ literally thinks it's a good idea that we move to Texas.
JFC, Jesus Christ has a meeting with us.
Jesus is starting a new Jerusalem in Texas.
Ooh.
That's where we should move.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Southern Star Brewing Company. It's official, guys. August 9th, Friday, August 9th, 2019, Pass the Gravy Podcast, live 300th episode. We got an event page up on Facebook. Go like our Facebook page, Pass the Gravy Podcast. You can go just like say you're going to it. You can RSVP. You can invite all your friends because we want to have like Southern Star's really putting it out, putting themselves out there. They're letting us use their tap room to host a podcast. Now, like Packard's Pub is a dope ass bar. The tap room at Southern Star is so much bigger. And
it gives us more room for activities.
I've already got anxiety over like I've had dreams twice that I can remember so far of having 4 people looking at us while we're doing a podcast, and that is absolutely terrifying.
But we'll be drinking Southern Star, so
you're drinking.
We'll be
so
in the
like even if like you don't like us that much, maybe just come out there because they have the best beer in the entire fucking world. They have the best beer.
Yeah.
Drink some strawberry bombshell blondes, and I promise you, after like the 3rd or 4th bombshell blonde, like you'll think we're funny.
Yeah.
Usually people think we're funny after a couple of beers at least.
Yeah. Or just mix
sometimes
it up.
beforehand.
Get one of everything.
Yeah, try it all. They have the board up there with all of the beers they have on tap. Try every single one. It's a lot of fun. All the guys that are over there at Southern Star are the coolest fucking people in the world. I've never been happier with the sponsor that is on board with us because Southern Star, they've like literally, I'm like, hey, can Weekly D open for us? Yeah, whatever you guys need. Okay, Cool. Can we start it at can we have like doors open at 6? Yeah, whatever, man. You want doors open at 6? Doors open at 6. They're the coolest guys in the world. Shout out to Keith for taking care of us, and Angel's up there too. I know Angel will probably be working behind the bar. Angel's a badass too. All the guys at Southern Star, Ben Blair out there giving the tours and stuff. I don't think he's gonna be giving tours, but I want Ben to just hang out and watch the show. I would like Ben to get to see a live version of Pass the Gravy, and then maybe we'll win Ben over for sure, because all the people that work at Southern Star are awesome. The entire brewery it's a fucking badass brewery. It's upstairs. Dude, it's so dope. You guys are gonna love it. I promise
Something
you.
For everybody.
It's gonna be so much fun. August 9th. It's a Friday coming up in just a couple of months. It's gonna be a ton of fun, and you get to try all the awesome Southern Star beers. Like obviously their staple is the Bombshell Blonde, the ones that we call bombies. They got the Strawberry Bombies, the Strawberry Bombshell Blondes that they put out that are fairly new. They have the Hecho en Conro Mexican style lager. Pat drank one of those when he first came over today. They got the Conspiracy Theory IPAs, Blood Belt, the Subatomico Juicy IPAs, a Kolsch if you want some of that. That's pretty awesome. Then if you're a stout guy, maybe you get you a Buried Hatchet stout. There's something for everybody, and I know they're releasing a Bach coming up here. By the time we have our live 300th episode, they're gonna have a Bach out there too. So if you're a Shiner Bach guy, you're gonna love this more than Shiner. I promise you, because Sam Houston is on it.
Or was the Kolsch the one that's coming out the 13th? Something's coming out the 13th.
I think
July
that's
13th.
the Bach. I think that's the Bach.
I'll be there.
Yeah, man, I'm going to be up there for sure. And Southern Star Brewing Company they are awesome. You're gonna have a lot of fun. They got pizza up there. They have food trucks out there. It's gonna be a kick-ass night. I have never been more excited for a live event, but also at the same time, I've never been more nervous. So please, help calm my nerves, I guess. If you guys show up in droves and just bring your friends, even if your friends don't listen to the podcast, be like, hey, just come hang out with me. We'll get some beers. And they're like, all right, we're going to go out drinking.
Dude, it's a good excuse for fucking some drinking on a Friday.
Exactly. It's like live music, but just picture this. Live music is it's very loud.
Which I'm sure there will also be some live music.
It's possible. It's very possible. We're in discussions right now. I don't want to announce anything officially yet, but we are in discussions. We're working on Lil Nas X, obviously.
I'm gonna be singing. No,
if you guys wanted to, you want to sing the national anthem before? Should we do a duet? Should we do a duet?
I don't think anybody wants me to sing the national anthem before.
Everybody knows that Pat would take a knee while he's singing.
I'll sing the Canadian national anthem I'll fucking kill you.
Pat, you sing the Canadian, I'll sing the American.
French.
I'll sing the American national anthem.
No. I'll sing it in French and you sing the Canadian anthem in English.
But then who's going to sing the national? Lil Nas X can sing it. Lil Nas can sing it.
Yeah.
That's what's going to go on.
He's going to
tag him. Be like, hey, please go
He's going to show. Or maybe we get OJ to sing it.
Please sing. He's on parole. He can't leave Florida or Vegas.
Skype. We'll Skype him in.
Ooh, I would definitely Skype in OJ for that. That would be fantastic.
Might have to mute our side.
But also, if you while you're telling Lil Nas X at Lil Nas X, hey, please follow the guys from Pass the Gravy podcast. Also, please go on their podcast. But be like, they would love you to sing at their 300th podcast event. It's gonna be awesome. It's at the best brewery in the entire world. Just find a way to fit all that in a tweet, and then we'll see it. We'll retweet you.
He's 21 yet.
He can still go. They let kids go out.
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, that's true. Lil Nas X isn't, but I think
it might be a little problem.
He's in Atlanta. He's 20. He might be 21 in Texas. A lot of times you forget that. When you go closer to the equator, your age changes.
We're in the same time zone.
No, when you go close to the equator, your age changes. It's a scientific fact. Everybody knows that, obviously.
If you say so, buddy.
Southern Star Brewing Company has the best beer in the entire world. We're so glad that they're on board. And you guys have been doing a kick-ass job. When you go get your Southern Star beer or your Southern Star beers out there, you're tagging us, you're tweeting us at Pass the Gravy Pod, at Southern Star BC. You tag all of us on the show, and we will retweet you. We'll give you the shout out. I appreciate all you guys doing that. And then also shout out to Southern Star because they sponsor Pass the Gravy Bro. They're the presenting sponsor of Pass the Gravy Bro. It's a tiny little fucking Big Brother podcast we started, and they're like, hey, we got you. We're on board with you. Southern Star they got our back. We got their back. Hopefully you got their back because they got our back. So support them because they support us. We love you guys at Southern Star. And Friday, August 9th, 2019. Be there for the 300th episode. It's gonna be pretty kick-ass. All right, let's get into the not cool segment. Robert, I noticed that as you said that I say all right a bunch, I've just picked up every single time I say it, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It feels like nails on a chalkboard, but I can't stop saying it.
I was worried this would happen when I brought that up.
I can't stop saying it, but it's good because I feel like I've backed off a little bit on it.
I think you have too.
When I was listening to the Raheel podcast, at least, I felt like I said it 16 times. as opposed to 75 times, which is a great step back. And if I can say it, 3 to 4 times per podcast, I think we're good. As long as it's not everything I do. If I say all right too much, guys, let me know. Just say shut the fuck up with saying all right, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'll just stop. All right, let's get into it. Damn it. Fuck, there I go. Again. See, I'm in my head about it.
Reezy's here.
Okay. See, that's like a thesaurus version of all right if you think about it.
Oh, you just said all right.
I know. I was defining the word that, This is not cool.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right, my not cool was, it was kind of the same as last week, just fucking up your back.
It's a double not cool.
Yeah, because that's why I wasn't able. It caused me to miss Shinedown.
Yeah.
Which, I wasn't even really that jacked up for, but,
you weren't jacked up for Shinedown?
I like Shinedown, but, I'm not huge into them. But, I was excited to go just because, it was going to be a boys' weekend.
Yeah.
With my friends and shit. And then, I also was unable to hit the meat raffle after just because I really need to rest it or else if it didn't heal up and it was still fucked for 2 weeks, I would have been in a really shitty mood all the goddamn time.
Understandable.
And I'm kind of a prick to deal with when I'm not in a bad mood. So me in a bad mood was just not fun to be around.
I feel that.
That and then just I've got an Xfinity one, man. Yesterday,
I was telling you guys they were being cool to me, man. I'm not talking shit, Xfinity. Please don't fuck up my shit.
Just yesterday we get home and I've told you guys, I've got the 2 cable boxes side by side for sports viewing. Mm-hmm. The side one was working. The other one, we could not hit guide. We could not change anything. It was just stuck. So, luckily I didn't have to deal with it because I took a nap. But my brother was on the phone with Xfinity for, an hour and a half trying to get them to fix the shit. And it was even more frustrating for him. I could hear a lot of it because our house is a dead zone on the phone.
Oh, yeah?
So, it kept a lot of, wait, can you hear me? But can you hear me? Wait, can you hear me? And they're like, yeah, well, what's the serial code on the back of your remote? All 3 of my remotes do not have a serial code on them. That's not the kind of remote that we have.
We got them out. They're aftermarket.
No, it's just it's not the big white ones that Xfinity has. It's that smaller black one that still has the voice command though.
You gotta get the gray one.
So then I'd hear him say that, and then literally within 2 minutes, I hear him go, no, we don't have serial codes on the back of them. It's not. Wait, can you hear me? You have to walk out front. If you're out front of our house, you can't see what's going on inside. For an hour, I just hear this going on. I'm half asleep taking a nap, half just chuckling to myself. Because fuck him, he's gonna deal with it. I know. But god damn it, Xfinity, just work.
Yeah.
Just fucking work, man.
You do the one thing we pay you for.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this because I love you guys right now because you've been cool for me, but just be cool for my boy Pat too.
Yeah.
Be cool for my boy Pat. Don't make him sick me on you guys because I've already done that and you don't want to feel my wrath.
That's work. Oh, and actually I had one more today too. Me, not cool. If you're gonna grab dry,
I love the self not cools. Those are my favorites.
Yeah, because I had to pick up some dry ice from the grocery store for the restaurant today, and I wasn't really paying attention. So when I reached in to grab it to pick it up and see how much was in the bag and read the bag, I forgot that you don't hold that fucking dry ice.
Yeah, probably a bad idea.
You just hold it by the bag. So I'm holding it for a couple seconds. I got, ow! And if you guys don't know this, if you hold dry ice for 8 seconds. Your fingers are going to go numb for about 15 minutes.
Hypothermia?
Basically.
You can get hypothermia
for
holding
15 minutes, my fingers were just kind of numb, but also really tender. It didn't really hurt, but it was kind of hurty. I don't know the word for hurty.
Painful.
No, it wasn't painful though. It was just kind of but they were also completely fucking numb.
Don't mind me while I open up another strawberry bomby from our fine friends at Southern Star Brewing Company.
I'm on 6.
I'm juicing. I've had a lot of juices during this podcast.
But don't hold them or your fingers will go completely numb for fast.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I gave myself
great.
How with MCL sprains and shit, there's grade 1, grade 2, grade 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say grade 1 hypothermia on my fingers. It was only for 15 minutes, but it sucked. So not cool. Me/dry ice.
Right. Dry ice almost put you on the DL or IL depending on where you are.
Yeah.
I think I've used this before as a not cool, but just people that can't figure out self-checkouts.
Oh.
people just can't, like, what do you, man, you scan the fucking thing. You scan the thing, and then, like, this lady was behind the thing. She couldn't figure out that, like, when you're finished scanning all your shit. It's like, do you want to pay with card? Do you want to do this? And she was just like, I don't know how to do it. And, like, I understand when, like, because sometimes the machine fucks up. And then you're just like, dude, like, help me out. And you flag down the person that's, like, looking over them all. She had to talk to the girl that was watching over all the self-checkouts, like, 4 times. And I was just like, what are you doing?
Because if somebody else is buying booze...
Exactly, because there was another guy buying booze.
They have to fucking wait, and it holds up another
There was
line.
another guy buying booze, and I had booze, so I was just like, fuck, am I going to be, like, I'm going to have to hold up the whole line now because she's going to be talking, and then I ended up getting her spot, but it's like, come on!
Like, lady, if you had just gone to a regular checkout line because you don't know how to work this, it would have been quicker.
One of my favorite things that shit like that does lead to, though, is then you get your chance to show how much of a fucking G you can be in those situations. Like, oh, what's up? Okay. Card. All right, let's check out. No, I have no coupons. Done. All right. That was a 2-minute. That was a not even 2-minute transaction. That was a 90-second transaction. I'm in and out. That's what's up.
I love
If you're not efficient, get the fuck out of the self-checkout.
The self-checkout allows me to go get all of my shit and leave without ever having to interact with another human being.
Exactly.
That's my favorite fucking thing.
The only thing I hate is that, like, obviously, you're making me do the work that you would make an employee, and I don't get paid for it or a discount.
But here's the thing. I'm also pretty sure that I can do it faster than the fucking person that you're paying to do it.
Yeah.
Having never worked in a grocery store, I'm confident
I worked at a grocery store, so I know. I've got a good feel for where, like, barcodes and stuff are. Just
I'm great with barcodes. No, I've worked scanning barcodes. I worked at Walgreens.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't work like H-E-B or Kroger or anything like that. But I also just know, I'm going to do it faster than you.
Right. But, like, when you get behind the guy, like, it's usually a lady that's pulling out the checkbook the second that, like, they get the total.
Checkbook is
like,
the worst.
when they get the total, then they pull out the checkbook. You're like, are you fucking kidding me? Because I have the card out in my hand as they are scanning my shit. And they're like, all right, this is your total. Boom. Done. Let's get out of here.
There's only 2 times I will not use the self-checkout. One is if I have to get tobacco. Like, if I'm buying a can.
Because you can't.
I'm going through the tobacco line.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. 2, the other one is if I'm getting, like, some sort of vegetable or something that's, like, by the pound. Now, I know that you can just go through and scroll through the screen
and find what it is. We did in college. We would buy steaks like that. My brother taught me this. You buy steaks like that, but then you're like, oh, it's actually just asparagus. And you weigh, like, oh, yeah, it's just, like, this much of asparagus, which is, like, for a steak, it's going to be, like, $16. But for the asparagus, you're just like, yeah, okay, cool. It was $3.
I don't want to have to scroll through there and find it and put it on to weigh and all that shit. No, then I'll go into the line.
That's understandable.
Because like, and I could
then there's also
I could
people
easily figure it out and do it. And my sister, I'll be with my sister and she'll do that, and that's fine. But I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go through the line.
But those are also,
I don't want to not be able to find it and hold up the people behind me.
And those are the people that do get in line, because I have been stuck behind those people in the self-checkouts before, where it's just like, I have beets and carrots and this, and it's like, did you
scan corn?
You literally only bought fruit and vegetables, and you thought this was a good idea?
God damn it, Agnes! Just get your old fucking ass in line.
But I don't know. I need my prunes. Fuck you. Get out of the line. Like, figure it out. Although I give old people a pass typically. I give old people a pass.
On most things, but, like, you
but
know
don't go to the self-checkout. That's the most, like, millennial thing you can check out at.
If you don't know going into it how you're going to check it out, you don't get to use it.
And also, a self-checkout's not for a full cart of groceries. I don't understand. Like, some places have, like, it's got to be 10 items or less or whatever. I don't understand the guy that's got, like, a cart of groceries. He's like, I'm just going to do this myself, because you don't have room. Then it does, like, the whole, like, please place items back on thing. Please place items back on cart, because it, like, has the weights thrown off. You're like, I bagged it. I put it in the cart. And you're like, well, no, please do this. And it just honks at you and beeps at you.
Walmart got, like, rid of those. That's what I love. The other day I was with my sister, and we did have a pretty full cart. But I was like, whatever, dude. You're going to scan it. I'm going to bag it, and then we're going to just move around that way. We've got our own scanner and bagger.
Okay.
And our
but
own
yeah,
situation.
You got a system.
That was the thing, and I was like,
most people don't.
I was putting stuff down all right then. I was like, fuck, we're running out of room. And then I moved something. I realized, oh, wait, the screen's never saying, please place it in the bagging area. Because Walmart's just like,
we don't care.
Fuck it.
We don't care,
and I was
man.
like, cool, I can just start loading, reloading the cart as I fucking bag shit. And
right.
It's so easy. It was nice. Like, God, I love Walmart.
Self-checkout's just, figure it out. Like, if you don't understand, and I think most
if you
of
don't know how to do it going into it, you don't get to use it.
And again, I think I'm just talking to a wall right now because I think most of you people listening know how to use a self-checkout. So you're probably okay. It's the people that have no clue what they're fucking doing. It's just like, what the fuck, man? What are you doing? You're holding everybody up. I just don't understand people that don't have awareness of others, where it's just like the people that are going seven car lengths behind the car in front of them that just obviously are just in their own world. Like, pay attention to the people around you, man. It's not all about you. Why don't we get into the answers segment? You guys can send us any questions you have at all. There's no such thing as a stupid question, guys. But we're going to get to the bottom of all your questions. You email them to us, answers@passthegradepod.com if you want. But we do prefer the Twitter method that makes it a little bit easier. At @passthegradepod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at NotPatDion. And Robert is at Robert Barbosa03. Use the hashtag PTG Answers so we can sort through them and find them. We're going to get to every single answers question that was sent to us. Sometimes we just get a bunch. And this week we had a lot. So I think we have 6 answers questions we're going to get to. All of these are Twitter questions, so sorry, Squatch God, you're gonna have to wait a week. Squatch God, I think, has a pretty good one that we're coming up in the next week or so. But this is the answers segment. Let's go. Nope, this isn't the end. Laylets, what are you guys doing?
They're so lazy.
They're taking a smoke break.
They're smoking weed out back
what are you guys
with Johnny
doing?
Hopkins.
Get the fuck. We're blazing that shit up every day. Sloan Cataline and Johnny Hopkins. Whatever it was. That was a made-up name anyways. Okay. This is the answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest. No big deal. Yeah, answer the question. Don't change the subject. Just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
I like that I started air drumming there too, even though there's
no drums. It's just a rap beat.
I was adding in my head. There was.
I believe
it was
it's the beat to Trap Queen.
Like I was
what
adding
was it like
my
again?
own drums.
Oh, okay.
Except that wasn't even what I was drumming.
You're right.
I mean, they might have been able to see a little bit of it on the video feed. They couldn't see the bottom hand.
That's the most important hand. That's the most important hand.
Or was
really,
it the duh? I don't know. I don't know about drums.
Or the duh.
I'm sure Tyler Thomas is probably sitting there going, "That's not how drums work, you asshole." That's actually what he sounds like.
It was the cowbell is what he was playing.
Now I'll rock a fucking cowbell, but let's get to the answers.
Our podcast son, Skylar Lester.
Oh my God, it's Skylar!
How you doing, son? He says, fathers.
Do your homework.
He didn't say fathers, but he said, how do you apply to be a dispenser at Redbox?
Well, the thing is, you actually can't anymore because they were a big part of Fight for 15, and when they did, Redbox just said, "Fuck it, we'll get automated dispensers."
Did they used to have real people that dispensed it?
Oh, shut up.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I thought it was always just a
It's
box.
like with McDonald's. Give it 2 years, there's going to be no people at McDonald's anymore. It's all going to be those, we deserve $15 an hour
Chris
for
Hogan,
fucking stupid shit.
Former PTG host and Sunday co-host of Pass the Gravy Bro, was a couple months ago, he texted me a video of him being at a McDonald's in New York that had the touchscreen.
Yeah.
Like, it's the beginning of the end.
Oh,
man.
I would use it 100% of the time.
It's the beginning of the end.
I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to hope that you don't fuck up my order putting it in.
Yeah.
I know I'm not going to fuck up my order.
So I don't think you can apply, honestly.
Because because to be a dispenser, you would probably eventually fight for $15.
You're going to have to get
an hour. And they just realized, or we can have a touchscreen that does the job better than any human could do.
But I also loved that they still had the sunscreen because they would always put them out in places that just got like just sunshot, and it was just hey, you had to hide under here.
You can't damage the screen because sun will damage the screen,
right? But it just reminded me
it won't work.
Remember back in the day, and I'm not saying back in the day, I mean like 2 years ago in the NFL when you had to go under the hood to review the plays. Like that's 100% what it was like. Oh, let's go under the hood, see what we're written.
Oh, I didn't think people were actually sticking their head under there.
People did. I saw people do it. It was really funny.
That was just
really
that
funny.
screen. You're supposed to just hold that bitch.
Yeah,
down.
that's what I did. I think I've gotten like 2 movies ever from Redbox.
I've gotten a couple or a few here and there. I haven't done it in a long time.
It's been 3-4 years probably.
I
think college was the last time.
When I walk by them from time to time, I always look. I'm like, what's there? I don't.
They always
get
have
anything.
good movies and stuff.
Now I always look at the games too because I'm like, man, is there a game that I might want to fuck with for a little bit?
And you can just
There
return them to
isn't.
any Redbox too, which
There
I
isn't
didn't
any
realize
games
for the
on
longest
fuck
time.
off.
You could just drop them in anyone.
Yeah.
Although, like if you're at home, you're
Well,
probably
you
just gonna
thought
drop
you
it
had
in
to
one.
bring them back to the same one.
Yeah, I thought it was like Blockbuster.
God, you're dumb.
I mean, I never. I
Remember
probably
when-
rented from Redbox like 3 times.
Remember when Blockbuster started throwing boxes around, too, to try and it was the same thing as a Redbox, but it was Blockbuster boxes, and they were actually cheaper than Redboxes.
Wait, what?
You never saw any of those?
No.
They were only in a few spots.
I
But
think there were like 3 Blockbusters left probably when that happened.
dude, they actually were doing it, and they were usually a little bit cheaper than Redboxes, so it was super dope. But you're right. It was at the tail end of Blockbuster, so like they just fizzled out. But like Blockbuster boxes were dope too. Like I said, it was usually like $1 cheaper. And you're like, yeah, well, I'll take that one.
Oh, look!
I only ever saw it.
I got a dog in my lap.
Wheezy, what do you think about Wheezy? You could work at Redbox.
Wheezy has actually never used Redbox. So.
No, that
Thoughts?
actually, dude, this is something we could pitch to Redbox. You just put dogs next to all of your red boxes, so people come up and like, oh, it's a dog,
pet the
and
dog?
you pet them, and then you're like,
But you gotta rent a
well,
Redbox movie.
No, you don't have to, but like you just pet the dog, and then the red box is right there, so you're more likely to fuck with it while you're in line to pet the dog,
I'm down with that.
right?
Really, if you just incorporate dogs to anything, like
Anything.
I'm in. I'm in.
Right, Weezers?
Like dog day at baseball parks seems like, oh, that seems problematic because dogs are gonna shit everywhere. I don't really care. There's dogs. There's
I've always
just dogs.
wondered how they get around that.
Let's move on. Oh, The Godfather. The Godfather writes in with a question.
Oh, Chafe.
Curtis Chafin. Curtis Chafin and I started this podcast, if you're new to the pod. Curtis Chafin and I started this podcast by just talking shit, playing GTA 5 on Xbox. And we were like, hey, we should just record us being assholes. And we didn't end up recording ourselves being assholes. We just started recording ourselves talking about what was going on in the world. And we turned it into a podcast, which is now Past the Gravy, which you are listening to now. Shout out to Curtis Chafin at Curtis Chafin on Twitter. He says, elbows, just arm knees?
Or our knees just leg elbows.
It's vice versa, but yes, that's pretty
Yeah.
cut and dry. Pretty cut and dry, Kurt.
they are.
I think, like that's one of those questions like you ask it, yeah.
Ooh,
easily.
or are they arm knuckles or leg knuckles?
No, I think that they are they're arm knees for sure because they're bendable at the same exact spots. Like it makes sense. It makes sense.
So our knuckles.
You can kind of like I think you should be able to make the farting sound if you can do it well enough. But I can't. I know you can make the fart sound under your knees, so it's like, or maybe they're like the our elbows, your underarm. Nope, your underarm
armpits?
is your armpit.
because your elbow does have the same range of motion of the knee.
So then it's arm knees.
The shoulder, it doesn't have quite as much, I would say.
Arm knees are what your
Yeah, they are arm knees.
arm knees.
Thanks, Curtis.
Not to be confused with armies.
Good to see you, Curtis, the
Yeah,
human squirrel.
Kurt McGirt at Curtis Chafin. Give him a follow on the Twitter. Pistachio Fernandez at Pistachio Fern on Twitter writes in and says, the things you can't Google. The dark web. I would just say
I would say
darkness is the dark.
I
Like
think-
if
I
you're
think
on
the
your
dark
computer
web
at
is the-
night and the screen goes out, that's the dark web.
the dark web is the things you shouldn't Google.
If you're,
Because then you get pinged on an FBI server.
if you're blind and you're on the web, is everything the dark web?
Ooh, yeah.
I would say the dark web is the web when you're blind, but it's also a bunch of sites you probably shouldn't go to at work.
Actually, the things you can't Google right now would tend to be.
You can Google anything though, can't you? I mean, whether or not you're gonna get an answer you want, but like you can Google anything.
Well, I was gonna say conservative websites with all the shit of Google coming out and fucking away the what's it called, autofills.
I know what you're saying.
They're taking away autofills if they deem it to be like problematic. Or problematic isn't the word, but like just shit that they think shouldn't be on there. But that's
So
not
all of the
that,
autofills?
That doesn't stop you from Googling it though.
Right.
But the things you can't Google are no, I would just say those are words that don't exist. Like I could Google Gerschleffelflil, but it'll probably come back
But
zero
you can
results.
Google it though. You can still Google it. Googling means I can type it in and hit enter.
Yeah, there's nothing you can't Google.
Robert, you came up here like you had a purpose. What's up?
I think things that you can't Google, you Bing them.
You Bing 'em? I would ask Jeeves actually.
Or
I'm more of
do,
an
no,
Ask
I
Jeeves
see
guy.
now that's where you would go DuckDuckGo, because they don't filter anything.
What is DuckDuckGo?
It's like Google and all these other search engines, except I think they started it after all this shit came out, where Google was constantly sharing all of your searches, all of your cookies, all of everything you have. DuckDuckGo does not share a single fucking thing, so no algorithms can be built.
They block advertising trackers. They keep your search history private, and they take control of your personal
My brother,
data,
my dad,
which probably means they just keep it and then sell it.
No,
later.
they don't.
But they tell you that now. You're going to find out.
My brother and my dad exclusively use that.
In 2021, we're going to find that they've sold all of that stuff.
Will not use Google anymore because they're like, man, fuck the government, and you can't have my information. Man, and I'm just like, well, all my information's already out there. Well, yeah, Google already has it.
So I remember when they were like, oh, Google Chrome tracks all your stuff, and I was like, I'm going to get rid of Google Chrome. I'm going to be a Firefox guy, and I got Firefox. And then I realized,
they do the same thing.
Oh, actually, everything uses Google anyways, so I can't have a YouTube profile.
No, DuckDuckGo doesn't. That's the one thing.
If you use YouTube, which Past the Gravy Podcast has a YouTube account, that's Google. So I was like, what the fuck is the point? Like,
dude,
they can get all my stuff anyways.
I am firmly on the grid. I'm not trying to get off.
I'm not touching kids. I'm not fucking I'm not being a weirdo online, like doing illegal shit. Whatever. Like, you're getting weird porn searches every now and then.
Yeah.
Whatevs.
You never know where your boner's going to point.
Hey, yeah. I'm taking it where the boner takes me, but it's not kiddie porn or any shit like that. So it's like, I'm fine. And as long as it's like not that, I'm good. I'm good. I don't know. This got weird. Let's move on. Good question.
There's nothing you can't Google.
Good question. You can Google anything, but I would say the dark web is just like when your computer backlight is out or you're blind and you're on the web.
Yeah, when your screen just breaks, you can be on the web, but it's dark.
That's dark. Yeah, it's a broken screen. Let's go to Brandon Whitehead at Brando Whitehead on the Twitter. He says, "Who decided the alphabet is in alphabetical order?"
I mean,
alphabet soup, obviously.
The people that made it.
Alphabet soup.
It's got to be in some order.
Alphabet soup had to have made the alphabet because that's obviously if we start this thing, we're gonna teach people how to spell, and then we're gonna have soup for them to eat while they also spell things. It's a brilliant idea, so I would say that's 100% what it is.
I've got the answer.
All right, let's go.
Whoever came up with the song is who decided that's the order it has to be in.
A, B, C, D,
E, F, G,
yeah, that's actually
H, before the song was there. You could have learned them in any order you fucking wanted. But once the song was there to teach you how to learn it, that's the order. So whoever came up with the song, the alphabet song, that's who decided the order. Because they could have said CRHFA9, or not 9. Damn it, I'm stupid.
Yeah, that's a
God, I'm dumb. ZYXF. I almost said 4 instead of F.
Why are you like reading like a Wi-Fi password?
Apparently, I've been juicing because my brain isn't working.
Yeah, you're talking like I am.
I've had too many juices, man.
You've had too many juices.
Delicious
AKA Southern Star
strawberry bombshell juices.
Yeah, I would say the guy. That's a really good answer. I didn't even think about that. It's definitely the person that came up with the song.
Yeah, because they could have just thrown whatever fucking letters they wanted.
But then maybe it's not the person that came up with the song. It's the person that decided that was a song we're going to teach every kid from then on. Like, we just got to go in that order.
No, it's the person who came up with the song because the song was so good they didn't have another song option.
Because I always wondered, maybe what if the alphabetical order that was correct was like the keyboard alphabet, like Q W E R T Y U I O P A S D F G H J K L Z X C V B N.
I can tell you why that's not true because that's not the keyboard formation that's in every language. That's only built around the English language.
Well, obviously, America is the greatest country on earth, so we
speakers,
should
don't
decide. But I'm just saying,
catch yourself before you have to do an apology. The QWERTY keyboard.
Hey, who won the Spanish-American War? Huh? Catch me up on that one.
Should be the American-Spanish War.
Yeah, but who won that one, though?
America.
Team USA.
Name me one war that America didn't win.
Vietnam.
That we were...
But that was a tie.
That counts as a tie. That we were the main ingredient in.
Vietnam counts as a tie.
I mean, Vietnam, we joined the conflict later on. We were helping out another country. That wasn't America's war. True. Nobody attacked America.
I like that you just completely stuck with that accent the whole way through.
Oh, goddamn right I did.
So I would say, yeah.
It's the song.
It's the song. It's the song.
The songwriter.
That's about as cut and dry as we can be right there. Yeah. Let's go with Danielle Weston. Shout out to her at Danny_Weston on Twitter. Thank you, Danny, for wearing that PTG shirt. She says bologna. Just hot dogs for people that like pancakes?
Okay, first of all, I feel like you're disrespecting both bologna and hot dogs in this question.
I think bologna gets a lot of shit. Bologna is
It
a
does.
delicious meat.
Now I
It
get
is
why
a
you're going
lower
to disrespect
quality
the hot dog.
of meat.
Because the history of the hot dog is that it was just whatever the fuck else we had left, roll that bitch up in a casing, and you got a hot dog.
It worked out.
Now, bologna is dope, and don't you dare disrespect my bologna. You can do a lot of things. You can make cold sandwiches.
You had to get rid of bologna or hot
Fried.
dogs. You'd get rid of bologna first, or you'd hot dogs first.
No, I'd get
rid of bologna first.
I would get rid of bologna first because there are so many other sandwich meats.
As long as we're on the same page.
But
then.
like, don't disrespect my bologna.
All right,
I've got
knocking.
bologna in my fridge right now at home. I ate 2 bologna sandwiches yesterday. Now they were bologna and turkey sandwiches.
Ooh, classy.
Yeah.
Somebody's spending the big bucks out here, huh?
Yeah.
All right,
Had a
Mr.
giant-
Vanderbilt.
I had a giant pack of fucking turkey for like $6 from Walmart.
All right, Bill Gates.
Which, by the way, I'm convinced that's not actually turkey.
Probably not. It's probably not.
But whatever. But I fucking love bologna. I love fried bologna sandwiches. Now, I never make them because I'm too lazy to cook anything, and I just eat everything cold.
So, like, are we comparing, like, is it bologna is hot dogs for people that like pancakes because pancakes, like, instead of waffles?
No, just they like hot dogs. But see, here's what I'm going to
Just
say.
opening another strawberry
Yeah.
bombshell bologna.
I'm going to say no because you don't eat bologna like you eat a pancake. You don't just.
I mean, you literally could, though.
You could, like, fried bologna, sometimes you can just fork and knife it. But, like, you're not.
When I was a kid, my dad.
Bologna's part of a sandwich.
When I was a kid, I learned who Pac-Man was, not by playing the video game, but because my dad used to make us Pac-Man sandwiches sometimes when my mom was gone, and he would just cut the eye out, and then he would just cut a little triangle out of the end of it, and then we'd get to fry bologna. It was fried bologna sandwiches, but
Dude,
like
they're the best.
that was the coolest thing as a kid. Like a little kid, I remember, like, oh, it's a Pac-Man sandwich. What? And you throw a little mustard on it, put it on the bread, and then he like showed me like, oh, Pac-Man's at this arcade. Okay, cool. I was like, oh, this is awesome. But like that was the way.
a video game after sandwiches.
That was the way he'd get us to like eat because we were little kids that didn't give a shit about anything. So he was like, oh, Pac-Man sandwiches. This is so cool.
My sister.
If I ever have a kid, I'm totally teaching him Pac-Man sandwiches.
Here's another trick for you. When I was a little kid and I wouldn't drink my milk, and my sister was babysitting me. Blue food coloring right in the milk. Bam.
Oh yeah.
Make me think it was some sort of exotic,
Yeah.
cool like juice or drink or something, but it was just milk.
It was just milk. My mom used to do green eggs and ham. She could make you like green eggs. Like she put a little food coloring in that.
Ooh.
But then the ham was never like green, but it was always
Well,
like,
no,
oh,
it's
this is
green
cool.
eggs and ham.
ham.
It's not green eggs and green.
A lot of people think it's green eggs, but the ham has to be green as well.
Nope.
It's like you obviously
They're
didn't pay
dumb people.
attention
They're
to the
dumb people.
details.
I would no, it's not because that's just not how you eat bologna. Like I get what you're saying.
I was trying to decide.
You're trying to trash talk bologna, saying it's a trash meat like hot dog is. Which, by the way, I still love it. You can call it a trash meat. I still love both of them.
Right.
But like, that's
I don't
just,
care. It's lips and assholes.
But you don't eat it like a pancake. You don't put it on a fucking plate and just eat it like that.
No wonder, like
You still need bread and
millennials,
stuff.
like the millennial generation, likes eating ass after we've grown up so much on just eating hot dogs, which are just lips and asses.
Well, because we're too lazy to cook,
Right.
and that's why like if
Do you-
it's
like,
just ready to eat.
How do you make hot dogs? When you make hot dogs, you microwave, you boil.
Oh, I
or-
microwave. I don't take the time
What?
for boiling hot dogs.
I think boiling is
It's a fucking hot
boiling
dog.
is the weak ass way out, but I think you still take another
No, don't
weak
get me
ass
wrong.
way
From
out.
time to time,
You
I
throw it in
will-
a pan. You throw it in a pan because you just use your finger and you roll it.
But here's the thing: if I have nice hot dogs, or like a nice sausage or something like that, yeah, that's where I'm not gonna microwave that. But if it's a fucking hot dog, I pop that bitch in the.
If I get a Nathan's
Here's what
hot
I
dog,
do.
I'm just rolling that
I
bitch with
either
my finger.
I take a fork and I hit it like 3 times, get some holes in the top of it so that it doesn't just burst the hot dog
No,
in the
that's
microwave.
the best part. The best part about just using your finger with the like you throw it on a pan is like it's done in 2 seconds. Like in
It's
college,
not done in 2 seconds.
but like you turn it on high, you just like 5 minutes, you got a hot dog.
Okay,
easily.
or I can have my hot dog in a minute and 30 seconds.
True, but then you had to heat it up.
And by the way, it's a fucking hot dog.
true. But you get like sometimes you get like when you have it in the pan, you get that little black mark on one side, and you're like, yeah, it's like I'm at a ballpark, even though I'm not, and I get that.
No.
I had a roommate one time though, and he shall remain nameless, but he set off the smoke detector in our apartment
Craig.
one time. Well, that's not his name, but he set off the smoke detector in our apartment, and I remember being in my room, being like, "What the fuck is that going off?" I was like, I came out and I just see smoke everywhere. I was like, "What's up?" And he burned a hot dog because he had seen me doing like just rolling it with my finger in a pan. and he just left it. I think he went to his room or whatever, and then just didn't come back in enough time, and it just burned the fuck out of the hot dog. It set off our smoke detector, and it just smelled like burnt hot dog, which was a terrible smell. Do not burn hot dogs. Do not burn hot. It's not a fun smell.
You ever leave a Totino's pizza in the oven overnight because you get home really drunk?
I have not, but I've had friends leave frozen pizzas
I've done it.
the oven before. I've left. I've done multiple times. Coming home drunk, you get the frozen pizza out of the freezer, you throw it in the oven, and then you forget you didn't take out, or you forget you didn't take out that bottom cardboard piece.
I've never done
that. Oh fuck!
No, I had a roommate get really mad at me one time in college because
it stinks at the apartment though. It burns
the next morning, like it didn't even really, but it was just like, dude, that's so dangerous and blah blah blah. And literally, not even 7 days later, he did the same thing, and I just looking like, and he goes like, all right, yeah, I was being a dick.
All right, hand up on me.
Yeah,
on me.
And I was like, dude, it happens. I'm 19. I'm shit faced. I was hungry, and then I passed out. Fucking happens.
I feel that.
If the place caught on fire, we would have fucking caught it.
You're right. Let's move on to our final question of the week. Our boy Todd Voss at as_seen_by_TV. He asks us a parenting question. Todd, I am not a parent. Actually, I am a parent.
We are.
Skylar Lester is our son. We're a podcast parent.
Yeah.
Not like a real life parent.
Don't
we are real life parents.
Yourself.
Hey son, is our son going? I think our son's going to be at our 300th episode. I'd love for him to be there. We should take a family photo.
Well, it just depends on how much homework he has. If we're going to allow him to be there.
It's summer, so he should be out of school.
I mean, summer school.
Our sons don't go to summer school. Actually, they probably do, knowing that it's us that raised them.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that Skylar is the bright light that's smarter than us.
We're not running through vocab words with him during the
I'd like to think that Skylar was raised by us, and he's like, I don't want to be that when I get older.
Maybe he just wants to graduate early.
That's true. He's an overachiever. Skylar seems like an overachiever. So, Skylar, you should definitely come out to the 300th episode. We'll take a family photo. That would be awesome.
Oh, family photos.
Let's do a family photo. Yeah.
Do we need to bring a nice coat?
But like, we're going to pick him up. We're going to pick him up like a child.
Oh, yeah.
You have to. Let us do that for one picture.
Forget what I just said about we should all wear nice coats because I don't even own one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not going to dress up.
Oh, no, just
it's the 300th. It's the 300th episode.
Nice coat so like we can fake it, but like I said, I don't even own one.
For episode 300 though, like, do we dress up like Spartans since like the movie?
No, I'm gonna wear what I wear.
But I think it'd be funny if like we were out of shape wearing Spartan outfits.
I'm probably gonna be wearing my Bomb Pop shirt, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, wear PTG gear. That's a smart idea. All right, let's go. Damn it, I said it again. Todd Voss at as_seen_by_TV. He was at the meat raffle on Saturday. Appreciate you coming out. So I've got to hang out with Todd like 2 of the last 3 weeks because he came out to Southern Star, hung out with us earlier than there. And then we that's where we invented checkered spinning. And he told me, he was like, I don't have any checkers. So I'm sorry. I was like, well, fuck, dude. I thought that's what you brought here. And he didn't bring checkers to spin. So I'm a little bummed out on you, Todd. But hey, we still love you, buddy. And Todd asks us, if I'm 50 when my daughter is a teen, can I tell my own kids to get off my lawn?
100% yes, but what you need to do is you make them mow the lawn first,
and then
as they finish, you go, now get off my lawn.
Oh,
because that's
ultimate
the
dad move.
Ultimate dad joke of all time.
Ultimate dad move.
Ultimate dad.
My lawn's looking nice. Get off it.
I just had this lawn cut. Get off my lawn. Like, yeah, Dad, I cut it. That's the ultimate.
Don't walk on it.
You cannot pull the only more dad joke you could have is just the. I'm hungry. Hi, hungry. I'm dad. But this is better because it's new.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, you can tell him to get off your lawn.
Like, I don't want to be dad right now because
here's what it is. You just hope you don't come out at 2 a.m. and somebody left your daughter drunk in your front yard.
That would be bad.
Get off my lawn. Oh, fuck. I have to get you off my lawn.
I don't want to be a dad just yet. I'm still not ready to do that at this point.
Like, I want kids, but I can't even take care of myself.
Right. Like,
so I know
I've got a dog.
I know I'm going to be the 60-year-old with a fucking 15-year-old kid.
I've got a dog, and I think I can it's awesome that you can just put your dog up for a couple hours though when you leave. That's awesome. I feel like it'd be way cooler.
You're a terrible person. You put your dog up. You give them free range of the house.
She's not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. She has some incidents every now and then, and it's just like, hey. We're working on baby steps. So if Emma goes to the grocery store, she'll leave her out for a little bit and stuff like that.
I heard she likes to poop in the corner of podcast studios.
She does like to poop in podcast studios, and then it's because this is we don't use the podcast studio except for when we're podcasting or I'm working on my computer and working on stuff, and then I'll come in and be like, oh wait, there's shit in here, fuck, And I was like, I don't know how long it's been there, so I can't get mad at her, which makes it more difficult. So I'm just going to put up a gate eventually. But I don't want to buy a gate because that costs money. It's a whole process. But yeah, I just feel like I would not be a great dad at this point. Like little Eli would not be getting the love and attention he deserved because I'd be like, I can just leave the kid for like 6 hours, right? I just got to run to work real fast. I'll be back.
I mean, as long as they're old enough.
For like a couple months.
See, that's where our generation.
Couple weeks.
That's where our generation fucked up. Like our parents had it right. You have kids early, or you have one of them. So then, as you start to get a little bit older and a little bit tighter, you just make the other kids watch the other kids.
You gotta have like a first wave, yeah, and then you have a second wave, I guess.
Dude, like by the time my sister was 8 years old, she was babysitting me and my brother.
What's the age gap?
When she was 8, my brother was 6, and I was 4.
So you are all 2 years.
And then,
like 2 years, 2 years.
Well,
years.
It was 10, 8, 6, 4. But
okay.
It was really the 8-year-old.
But it's just a 2 year gap. My brother and I are 2 years apart as well. He's 2 years younger than me.
Or maybe there's
even though he looks older, like
actually,
5 years older.
Hold on, there might be a 4-year gap. No, I think it's.
This is awesome that you have no idea the
dude,
gap.
I really don't know. I just
family.
I think it's.
They're just your siblings.
My brother's 2 years older than me. I think my sister's 4 years older than him, and then my other sister's 2 years older than him. That's what always fucks me up.
It definitely is harder to figure out if you weren't ever at school with
Dude,
them
I'm
at the
the
same
baby.
time.
Everyone just loves me. I didn't have to fucking learn anything about my family. I know my mom's birthday and my grandma's birthday only because they're 2 days and 4 days apart from mine. My dad's, I'm just like, hey, isn't this the fucking like quarter of the year when
it's
Dad's
around
birthday is
this
coming up?
time every week. You're like, is this Dad's birthday week?
And my brother's, I
No.
know that, but I'm not sure of the date. It's either April 28th or April 29th.
You don't know his birthday then.
I know it's one of those 2 days.
So you know one of the possible days.
Everyone else in my family, I think somebody's in October, and I think somebody's
you
in
know
November.
a birthday when you know the date. Like I was like, what's
No.
your brother's birthday? And you're like, this
I
is
have
the
an
exact
idea.
date.
I have an idea. Other than that, I rely on
My brother's
Facebook.
December 31st. My mom is May 16th. Dad is December 28th. Emma is January 30th. Boom.
You know more than me.
Boom. You gotta know those. Those gotta be. You gotta be able to just roll off with those.
But yeah,
you can totally
definitely do
just
it.
like they're your fucking kids.
But you have to turn it into a dad joke somehow.
No, I don't
That's
even
the
think so.
key.
You're a dad. You're the dad. You pay for the fucking house, man. You run
Oh
that.
yeah,
bitch.
like if they're hanging out, like talking.
It's
to
your
their friends,
yard.
hold on,
It's
you
your
get
yard.
off
Get
my
off my
yard.
yard.
Get on the fucking sidewalk.
Yeah.
You goddamn animals.
Yeah, you get like free range, bro. Like Todd, you tell him to get off whatever.
Douchebags.
Get off my couch. Get off my carpet.
Pro tip that I learned from my dad: call your kids douchebags.
It starts them early, and then they don't
Yeah.
get as offended when people call
Yeah.
them names later on.
Yeah,
My
that's
dad
it.
calls me this every day. Yeah, when you call me
Get
a
off my
douchebag at
lawn,
school, I'm
douche-
like, yeah, okay.
My dad's called me a douchebag since I was literally 6
Your
years
dad
old.
called me a douchebag the first time I met him.
Yeah, that's what he
threw
does.
My
That's
Yankees
his
hat.
word.
He threw my Yankees hat on your roof.
Yep.
At least your guys' dads call you.
All right, that's it. End it. We can't.
Yeah,
top
that's
it.
the
We can't
podcast,
top
guys.
it.
All right.
Love you guys.
Hey, go and like us on Facebook and Twitter. Bobby jokes. Just dropping a fucking bomb.
He's
I
ready to
think
go.
he just wanted to get out, but that was it. That worked. That was perfect. Go and like us and follow us on Twitter at PassGrayPod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at not Pat Dan. Robert's at Robert Barbosa 03. Tell him, hey, I'll call you, buddy. I love you. If anybody wants to be his adoptive dad, you guys can do that, right? Do you want us to adopt you? We have an adoptive son already. No? Yeah?
I'll think about it.
That means no. That means no. When you think about it, it means no. It's like when your girlfriend says maybe. You're like, you want to have sex tonight? She's like, maybe. Like, that's not. That means no. That means no. So go also, and if you're into Big Brother, go also like and follow and 5-star review not only Pass Gravy podcast but Pass Gravy Bro. And I appreciate you guys tuning in, listening to us. Please share us with a friend. That's the best way we grow the podcast, and we love all you guys. Thank you for tuning in and spending so much of your time listening to us and our dumb little show. Don't be opiniony this week. Until we talk to you guys next week, pass your great bitches.
Hey Panini, don't you be a meanie. Thought you wanted me to go up while you trying to keep me teeny. It's a dreamy, wished it on a genie. I got fans finally. Ain't you